Boom. For sure. I have nothing to say. Very, very happy. More than you believe it. Well, all the managers in the world are scratching their heads because Hansi Big Dicko Flick is the best manager in the world. And hello everyone, welcome back to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. I think my it's not unpopular, I'm pretty sure everyone has this. Hansi Flick is the best manager in the world. He is managing the best team in the world because he made the best team in the world into the best team in the world. He has created a machine which makes him the best manager in the world. I think there is not a single manager that comes close to him in terms of flexibility and completeness as a manager. He can manage the players, but he also has a competent tactical style and versatility to go with it. Okay, Bayern have played a 3 at the back under Flick, a 3 in midfield, a 2 in midfield. We've done every single thing you can think of on this planet. Hansi Flick has managed to do it, which is why he's the best manager in the world. And guess what? He has also completed all of these things in the best league in the world this season. Because guess what, man? People love to say the Premier League is the best league in the world. It certainly is the most exciting. When Arsenal lose a game, it's a bigger deal than Schalke losing a game. But let's be honest. Manchester United got their second worst ever points total, points total, and they got third. Okay, no Premier League team in any European finals if it was just such a great league. No Premier League team in any Champions League semi-finals, which is not really that great if you're trying to consider yourself the best ever league. I'm telling you, man, Hansi Flick has done it where it's been the most difficult this season. And guess what? He did it in very harsh circumstances. Flick came into a team that was morally disjointed, disgruntled. They hated their terrorists. He took hostages out and he decided to change them and to give them life again, man. And that's what happened. Bayern under Niko Kovac was North Korea. We were North Korea. We had to run away from the border, sack Niko Kovac, and then Flick came in, and then he just brought this unity within the club. And not only unity, he's not just that hug merchant like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is. He doesn't just hug players like he's a panda. He is a panda. He hugs a lot of players. But he also, get these tactical instructions in your brain. I need you to press, okay? He did that. He did it. You can credit all the pressing we do to Flick. Our fitness levels, you can credit to the fitness and physio coaches and all them players there and those people, but you have to credit the way we play and the style and the mannerisms we bring on the pitch. Hansi Flick oozes sauce. He does. Always angry when we're winning 8-2. Not your manager. Your manager is happy you won 1-0. Mine's pissed off we didn't score a 9th goal against Barcelona. Seriously, look. 2 losses. When he had those losses against Gladbach, I remember just thinking about the tactical work that went into that game. Because Marco Rose is someone I highly rate. I think Rose is going to be one of the best managers in the world. Marco, he's going to be amazing. But Hansi Flick completely neutralized his tactics. He made his diamond press useless by spreading the pitch with Davies and Kimmich. It was absolutely amazing to watch. The intelligence we played and went about our game was different gravy. My goodness, it was absolutely delicious how we played, and I loved that. I loved it, man. Delicious like lasagna. Speaking of lasagna, he added that defensive sauce to us. Italian defensive lasagna sauce. Okay, we were starting to defend like a team that actually cared about clean sheets. I think under Kovac, the defending was very poor. Not overall defending, I think the structure of defending. We didn't counter press, so the players, with Bayern Munich, were synonymous with pressing high and winning the ball high up the pitch and trying to force mistakes. We're synonymous with that. Most of the best teams in the world do that. So when we didn't really do it under Kovac, it was very weird. So we can see goals because we're not that good of a sit-back team. We're not Diego Simeone. Does Hansi look like he's Argentinian? And is his name Diego Simeone? Exactly. He's not Diego Simeone. We can't sit back. So Hansi Flick was like, hey, we're not that great at 1v1 defending and sitting back and doing all. We're just going to press. And that's what he did. And that's why we're champions of Europe, the most invincible champions of all time. We are the best ever Champions League winning team on paper, and for me on the pitch. We demolished all of our opposition going into this. We broke records. The most goals scored in a Champions League. I don't care if this light's off. Trying to tell me I'm lying. Get up. Yeah, turn on, fool. All right. The most goals scored in the Champions League campaign, I think, is 44. I think we scored 42 goals in 3 less games, okay? No one can achieve that. That's just not anyone, okay? We got a panda bear here, ladies and gentlemen. Hansi Flick is the best manager in the world. We better start appreciating it. And this light better turn on soon before I Hansi Flick it. Exactly, flickering. Okay, so seriously though, I absolutely love Hansi Flick. He's the best manager in the world. And look, can Hansi Flick be that next type of manager? He's going to shape a whole era at Bayern Munich. This is his era. This is Flick era. Flick era. This is his era. These are his players. We're slowly molding ourselves into a different team. I think under Kovac, we were a little bit more defensive. We have no structure. But now it's quick. It's fast. We don't rely on any position on the pitch to do anything for us. Everyone has a task, and that's to perform to their maximum potential. And Hansi Flick's press conferences are absolutely beautiful. Hansi knows exactly what to say to his players and what to say to the media to get the right reaction. He always said, you know what, if you're in opposition, just notice what Flick says in his press conference. That's going to determine whether or not you're going to lose the game or win it. If he says you're a high pressing team, you like to win the ball higher up, you play with energy and physicality, you're losing the game. If he says those things right, you're losing the game. You're losing because he analyzes his opponents so well. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons he's successful. He tells our players exactly what we need to do to win that game. And I love this thing he says. He says each and every single player needs to be at 150, 110% in order for us to win. Oh my goodness. This is a gift from the football gods. They saw we were struggling with Kovac. It's kind of weird because people are like, why did Bayern get so lucky? It's not luck. We decided to hire Hansi Flick. Borussia Dortmund could have done the same. They could have been like, German World Cup winning manager. Wow. Since he left Germany, that World Cup team has not been that good. You know, he was in the Euros in 2008. He was pretty much the main guy on the touchline. We might get him in. They didn't do that, but we did. You know, Unai Hoeneß, 2 a.m. in the morning, his wife Suzanne is sleeping, and he's calling to see if Hansi Flick is available to join our coaching staff. That's hard work, and that's brilliant scouting and recruitment from Hoeneß, right again, okay? That's absolutely amazing. Seriously, Flick, for me, is the best manager in the world. There's no one that comes close to him in terms of completeness. Klopp, too one-dimensional. Cross and, as the Muslims would say, Ishlala or something, whatever they say. That's what they do at Liverpool. And that's not versatile. That's just boring. That no one wants to watch 10 billion crosses go in. You know, you're not Donald Trump, billions and billions of crosses. No, you're not Christianity either. You're not the cross, okay? You're not that. That's what Liverpool are, though. Cross it in and try and get a goal. That's what they do. And it's absolutely boring to watch. It's too one-dimensional for me. But under Flick, you see, okay, we're playing Lyon. Very defensive team. Very good defenders. We absolutely thrash them. And we did, concede a few chances. But what I loved was that Hansi Flick stuck to his style. A certain bald man would just say, we're Man City. We're Bayern. We don't have that. Let's just defend. Or not defend. Let's change our style and try to, be unique and different and do something. Hansi's like, nope, I'm just going to play my style. They said Hansi should drop his high line. The high line is the reason we were in the final. The intensity and compressing the pitch higher up the pitch and into the opposition half. That's what made us successful. And Flick stuck with that. That's the sign of a manager that believes in his own philosophy. I just realized something. If he has 36 games, 31 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss, where'd the other game go? Did he just have a magical result that we've never heard of? So he does have 32 wins, and he has 2 draws and 1 draw and 2 losses. Leipzig's the only team. Well, the Leipzig game was harder because they actually should have won that game even. Leipzig are amazing. Nah, man, Flick has done it against everyone. He's done it in all sorts of just moments. I think Barcelona, there was always that feeling, Bayern are favorites, so how are they going to cope with being favorites? and we coped anyways. I think people get lost in this thing where, they just think, oh, if Bayern Munich are favorites. I mean, if anything, when we're favorites, we perform better because we know we have to win and we're going to have to take the game by the scruff of the neck. That's something that I've witnessed us do under Flick. We don't get complacent. And that's something that you're seeing at Liverpool with Jurgen Klopp now. Klopp, just turns into a guy with a bunch of grainy beards every time. What am I saying? Well, Klopp is trash now. He's trash. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I love Jurgen Klopp. He's a great manager, but he gets this thing where after maybe 2 seasons or 3 years of doing amazing things, balloon, it just goes absolutely nowhere. I think it's happening. It's happening again. It's happening again. Jurgen Klopp's third reign at the club with success. It's happening. Well, joined Dortmund in 2008, and then brought them to the real top, and really, rejuvenated Dortmund again. They always need a rebuild. It's funny how they get so much profit from all their players, yet they don't win anything. So it makes you think whether or not they're worthy rivals for Bayern. Hopefully Leipzig can take that off of them. Speaking of which, we've done it. Hansi Flick has won the Champions League. That makes him the best manager in the world. And I just want everyone to know that, because there's idiots that still think Jurgen Klopp's the best manager in the world. Klopp's in a Farmers League, 20 points and still couldn't beat 7th in La Liga. That's a Farmers League for me. A league you farm points because no one else could come close to you. I think Hansi Flick did it in the worst circumstances. Klopp took it. I'm joking. Well, nah, seriously, come on, man. Man United, worst ever points total. Second place Man City with more losses than 8th place Arsenal. Is that not concerning for anyone? That's, the sign of a declining league. But of course, they have more money than every other league. So they're just going to splash it and buy players from the leagues they call Farmers Leagues. It's just hilarious to me how that process works in Premier League fans in their heads. This is a Farmers League, but you just buy everyone in the Farmers Leagues. And that's how you create your, best league in the world, even though you're just buying players from these Farmers League. I don't get it. It's like the Bundesliga during the season. It's a giant, big old tractor farm with corn in it all over the place. We just pick up points and tractor and run over all our opponents. But then in the transfer window, we turn into Chanel and Lamborghini dealership and Ferrari and Maserati. Oh my goodness. We turn into more car brands than you actually have good players that are English. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. This quickly turned into me hating. Trying to trigger people in my typical fashion. Yeah, when Kai signs for Chelsea, I'm gonna kill. The banter is gonna be unreal. It's gonna be crazy. Well, Mia san Mia and peace. Oh, we didn't have a sponsor for today. All right, we'll get a sponsor for tomorrow. Well, yeah, the BayernNow members become the sponsors. So yeah, cool. I'm out.